Kids Ministry, it's Director Jenny here. I just wanted to make this short video for those of you who were able to attend our meeting this past Sunday. I appreciate you sacrificing your time to get here and to spend time in fellowship with one another, and then helping us grow and develop ourselves so that we can be better at what God has called us to do with children at Eagles Nest Worship Center. So here's my big thank you in the background. I wanted to give you an update on our attendance because the week before I had made that video and I set a goal for 75%. That's how many people I wanted at our meeting on Sunday. And I've been tracking attendance since August, I believe, and we had the highest turnout since I started tracking attendance. So overall, our total ministry attendance was 66%. And that's pretty close to 70%. So we're going in the right direction. The check-in crew was only missing one member, so they were at 83%. We're trying to recruit more people for the check-in crew. It's honestly my favorite thing to do, and it doesn't cost too much as far as sacrifice because you don't have to miss the sanctuary. You get to greet people. I love it. If that is something you want to do on top of serving in the classroom, will you please see Sister Cherie or myself, and we'll at least let you try it out. And then the nursery pod, they were also only missing one person off of their team, and they had a percentage of 86%. So good job, nursery. First place for you. Nursery is also a place where they're looking for some more hands. So now this is super interesting. Elementary pod and preschool pod tied at the exact same percentage. What are the chances of that? They were both at 63%, which isn't horrible. It's pretty darn good if you ask me. And so those are two large pods. And so whatever we can do to help our teammates get to these meetings, will you encourage them to come? I know that life happens, but I believe God wants to do something through all of us, and we should be on the same page. So I'd appreciate your help in that, but thank you for being there on Sunday. All right, I have a couple of announcements. In our meeting on Sunday, I forgot to do two things, and these are pretty darn important things. One thing that I wanted to do in our meeting was give you a few minutes to talk with your neighbor or to shout out some teaching strategies that you saw me use in the meeting that we talked about in a previous breakout on classroom management. I would never ask you to do something I'm not willing to do myself. And so I'm going to try to always model those things that we talk about in the meeting. So a couple things that I did. I used music for management. When you move from station to station, I used music to do that. When you had a specific time limit on something, I put the timer up on the board so that you can see it. That's just a good management strategy to have. We did stand-up, hand-up pair-ups. We know kids like to talk and move, so let's give them opportunities to do that. And then, of course, with the posters, you moved around the room. So those are the strategies that I used during the meeting, plus the attention-getting signal. Please continue to use those. And you get better at things the more that you do them. So go for it. Try it. And if something doesn't work the first time, that doesn't mean you just throw it out the window. It means you get feedback on it, or you try it again, or you reflect on why did that work this time, or why didn't that work this time. And just do a little bit of reflection, and you'll be amazed at how you can grow in the classroom. All right. Another important thing I forgot, and I'm kind of sad about this, and I think I did it because I was rushed for time at the end, is I had an exit ticket for you, which is also another teaching strategy. Because the person talking and the person writing is the person doing the learning and the thinking. And so another thing, if you notice in that meeting, who was talking most of the time? It was you guys, because that makes you process. So anyways, these are available on the filing cabinet outside of the copy room, and I would love it if you would pick one up, fill it out, and put it in the Children's Ministry mailbox, which is in the copy room. It's just labeled Children's Ministry. And then the leaders and I are going to put this information next to your smiling picture of your color wheel. This is what mine looks like. I am about 40% gold, 10% orange. There's just a streak of this in me, not much of it. And then blue and green are almost equal on this side. So anyways, that's what I look like. But here's what this slip says. My primary color is, remind us. When communicating with others, I like and I dislike. And there was a handout that you can take phrases right off of that. What are things that you like and dislike? We just need 1 or 2. And then the bottom, as a result of today's activities, which would be Sunday's meeting, I think. How has your thinking changed? And as a result of today's activities, which is Sundays, I will. What is something you're going to do to become a better communicator or more effective in your communication? What is an action step you're going to take? If you would please fill this out and stick it in that mailbox, I will make sure it gets to your leaders. But this is going to help us communicate more effectively with you, knowing what your color is and what you like and dislike. And then finally, at the end, Teacher Beth told you about this book. This is optional for you, but we do appreciate you. But you might not feel appreciated because we're not speaking your appreciation language. And so if you're interested in this, I believe the books cost, when I order them in bulk, about $12. Let us know. We'll order them. You pay us. You get the book. Read it at your own leisure. And then we'll do a breakout on this on June's Family Sunday Children's Ministry meeting. If you have any questions, send me an email, shoot me a text, call me, or just stop me at church. But once again, I do appreciate you. Thank you for serving kids ministry.